Yes, my friends, hope all is well. I know it's been a while, but we're back, and you know what? Let me just go over this futsal game that I played not too long ago. I wanted to do a bit of a live update just to, not leave you guys in the dark about what's been going on in my life. Express to you what I've been feeling, the stuff I had to go through, how I'm going to be shaping up for the upcoming season, and also trying to commentate on this game, which was quite entertaining. End-to-end, goals galore. Doesn't really get much better than this. Now, if you remember from my last video, literally before the start of the new year, I mentioned about the difficulties that I had to struggle with, and life is full of challenges. Whether we like it or not, we're going to go through the fire. We're going to go through adversity. It's just the way God designs life to be. We can't escape it. We have to go through it. And this is something that I had to learn. And the hardship that we go through in life isn't to break us, but it's to make us. The pains are for a reason. The pains are building new strength within us. And I thank God that He's given me that realization that I'm not on this journey or this battle alone. He's there with me every step of the way. And yeah, it's a privilege to play football, futsal, and to do what I love to do best. And I'm just grateful. Guys, I'm grateful. The two things that were frustrating for me was the fact that, one, I didn't play as much football as I'd liked, and two, injuries. Injuries. And even just talking about that, my friends, it's so tough, especially mentally. You're seeing all of your friends playing, training, grinding, whilst you're there trying to get yourself sharp and, get back into speed. And obviously not playing football as well during the course of the season, it can really do something to your mind, And I just thank God that He was able to grant me that mental strength to keep on pushing and keep on working hard. Despite not playing as much games as I like to, I'll play futsal, or I'll be, on footy addicts, playing random 8-a-sides, 9-a-sides, 11-a-sides, keeping me sharp so when the opportunity arises, I'm ready. But injury struck. How this injury came, I could never tell you. Even thinking about it, I'm still in utter confusion. My friends, I was walking at Tottenham Hill Station. I felt a sharp pain at the back of my right leg. I check out my leg and I'm seeing a bump. And you get those pains where you feel like you can brush it off. Next day you'll be fine. No, next day it got worse. Days after it got worse. I could barely walk. I could barely extend my leg. And it was just a tough time, man. Fast forward a month and a bit later, I'm recovering and I'm back, still doing my training, but it was just frustrating how it happened. I feel like the main reason why I was so frustrated because of the timing that it happened to. I wanted to get ready for pre-season, a time to get things right, a time to get sharp, to improve, to do the basics to a high level consistently. And then I get struck with this injury and I'm back to level 1, or dare I say level 0. And God, I thank you for the strength, because if it wasn't for God, Lord knows where I would be right now. But guys, I feel better by the grace of God. The swelling's gone down by a lot. I returned to training on Monday. I've been doing my little bits. Not quite ready to do contact stuff yet, but I feel better and I thank God. But enough of my story for a minute. I just wanted to commentate a bit on this futsal game, which was entertaining. I love futsal so much. It's so much fun. Many touches of the futsal ball, counter-attacking football, or futsal should I say. End to end, it's like a basketball game, relentless. But one thing futsal's taught me is that you can get punished. If a man's not tracking his runner, you get punished. You lose the ball in a dangerous area, you'll get punished, and quickly. It's all about being selfless. Instead of being selfish, if somebody's in a better position than you to score, you have to play them the ball. It's a non-negotiable. And you're probably thinking, Cisse, this is common knowledge. And ordinarily you'd be right. But I emphasize this more in futsal as it's a smaller space and it's all about cutbacks, quick passing, 1-2, sharp, into the back of the net. That's the way we play futsal, or how futsal should be played, in my honest opinion. But yeah, we're moving the ball around, just keeping it ticking, keeping it moving, trying to find a space to exploit. But in futsal, the space is so condensed, which is why you have to be so quick. You get the ball back to the player plays it to the other player, who tries to do a cheeky disguise pass, but the other player doesn't read it in time. But what an idea that was. But sometimes in futsal, you get exposed on the counter-attack. Keeper makes a good save, but the player's dilly-dallying with the ball. We can't sort our feet out. Then the player finds me. Not really a lot of options for me, so I drive, I take my time, I access more options. Okay, that side's blocked off, I play it to the player, play it to the other player. Just keeping it calm, keeping it local. Sometimes we need to treat football like we're treating life and take it slow. Not everything has to be 100 miles per hour. Though we lost the ball, we still kept it local, which is okay. Play through and go, I get a decent block in, and now it's a corner kick to them. And corner kicks where you have to be on the alert because anything could happen. I win my duel, I win back the ball, I play it to the player who's through and go. What's he going to do? He's going to absolutely bury it. Some finish. But the football was good, it was promising, and there was intent. The ball gets played into me, I play around the corner to the middle into the outside back into me back onto the outside. Good football, promising, side netting. But we knew what we wanted to do. When we had the chance to play good football, believe me, we played good football. Alright, cool. So when the opposition go, I don't know what we're doing on the final third, but if you think that was bad, look at this for goalkeeping. Keeper in no man's land, and they find the back of the net. Some goalkeeper. And yeah, this was just chaotic. We're just dilly-dallying with the ball. I mean, it's like we're playing football with our shoelaces untied. Yeah, just a moment of madness. But the opposition in our box, player gets a dangerous ball in. I get a last ditch tackle, we're through and goal, we're on the break, 2v1. What are we gonna do? Player plays it into me, I bury it. What a break, what a goal. But man, I love futsal because in an era where a lot of people are saying football's turned robotic, you're not gonna get that in futsal. You get that freedom. But every time we broke, I noticed that we looked so sharp. We just looked like we wanted to score goals. And that's what futsal's all about, is the competitive nature that keeps us going. We don't want to lose. Even the smallest of battles, there's no excuses to lose. And yeah, we're going to lose at some point, but just because we are going to lose doesn't mean we should intentionally lose. We just want to win every game that we can. And there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like one thing I learned in this time of not playing football as much was the essence of confidence. Confidence is very, very important. When you have people that believe in you, people that will always be there by your side and genuinely believe in your craft, that's when you become the best version of yourself. You end up doing things and you're surprised and you ask yourself, wow, how did I really pull that off? And it's got nothing to do with ability, it's confidence. You feel like you're on cloud 9, you're on top of the world and there's no wrong you could do. And I thank God I've had that feeling before, because not many people have it, but when you do have it, you have to maximize it. Like, for example, stuff like this, I was just operating in full confidence and flow state. If you were to tell me to do that in real time right now, I think I'll struggle. But when you're playing with confidence and you mix that with instinct and flow state, there's nothing you can't do on that pitch. Well, at least that's what I think anyway. But I have a question. When you guys are going through the fire, when you're going through tough times and tough moments and hardships and all of that stuff, who do you run to? Do you run to friends, the world, your habits? Do you run to sin? Where do you actually run to? In my rough moments, when I was going through it in terms of injuries, not playing, delay, all of that stuff, my friend, I had no one to run to but God. Because at that moment in time, in my mind, He was the only one that could help me. He was the only one that could set me free. If it wasn't God setting me free, no one setting me free. Period. And I feel like we go through life thinking that we can solve our own problems by ourselves. But we have to leave all of that to God. We have to surrender our problems to God, our insecurities to God, our weaknesses, our flaws, everything to Him. Instead of trying to keep everything within and trying to figure it out by our own strength, by our own might, it will only get us so far, because on our own we are weak. For Him, we're useless. We need His leadership. We need His mighty hand. We need His direction. I can say it with my full chest and with full confidence that Joshua Cisse on his own is useless. But Joshua Cisse with God on his side, there's nothing he cannot do. Not because of my own capabilities and strengths, but it's all because of the power and the leadings of the Holy Spirit. I'm able to do these amazing things because of Yahweh and not because of Joshua Cisse. And the moment I feel like we realize that without Him we're nothing, I think the better it is for us all. But yeah, man, I don't know. I feel like all the good things that have happened in my life is a testament to God, and it's got nothing to do with me, got nothing to do with Joshua Cisse. I don't think it's right for me to take the credit for the great things that have happened in my life so far. I feel like God knew what He was doing by intentionally allowing me to go through those battles. I didn't understand it then, but believe me, I understand it now. And I feel like when we understand God's nature and why He does the things that He does, we have clarity and we have peace of mind. And listen, this isn't me trying to paper over the cracks. I was genuinely frustrated. I was annoyed. I was even questioning myself. Because at the end of the day, we're human beings. We're flawed. But my point isn't what I just said. My point is, what are you doing after that? In the midst of questioning and frustration and anger, what are your next steps? Are you still going to unravel in that uncertainty and that confusion, or are you actually going to take that next step and take initiative to go the extra mile to change something about yourself? And I just think about what I've been through, and it made me realize how intentional God can be. God doesn't necessarily put challenges in your way to strengthen you, but rather He allows them to come to you so that you can face them head on. Like I said earlier, they're not made to break you, but they're made to make you. How can you be successful? How can you rise to the top without going through adversity and fire? How? It's impossible. Every successful person, whether they talk about it or not, has something that they were struggling with, or has something that they had to endure to get to that next level. Everybody has to have a story. And I'm sorry, if you don't go through that fire, what story are you going to tell the next generation or the next group of people? We say we want to rise to the top, but we're not willing to do the necessary things that will help us rise to the top. I'll take it a step further. You and I both know what we need to do to get done, but there's a thing called boredom that is killing us. We get tired of doing the simple stuff, the basic stuff. We're out here looking for answers and looking for things to get to that next step. Rather, the very thing we're looking for is underneath our nose. And it's the boredom that's killing us. The art of simplicity. Doing the simple stuff consistently to a high level is not easy, but we have to get it done. Doing the basics is easy, but doing the basics consistently is another story. Life is interesting because anything can happen at any given moment, which is why you have to be ready. Look, it might not seem like it's happening for you right now, but that doesn't mean you should be lax and stop what you're doing. What you're doing is right. What you're doing is correct. Keep on doing that thing that's getting the results, 1% every single day. And so when that opportunity does come, you're ready for it. And to be fair, a friend told me something, and she said that you can never truly be ready, but to an extent I agree. but preparation still needed. And as long as you're doing the necessary stuff to keep you prepared, then you should be fine. But yeah, that was my little thing, my mind. In terms of plans for the upcoming season, is as simple as follows. We believe in God, we work hard, we keep our head down, and whatever the Lord has for me, we go for it, man. But I just want to enjoy my season. I feel like it's going to be a very, very good season for me. I don't know, I just have a really, really good feeling. But other than that, we leave it in God's hands. But yeah, guys, like, just look at this. You see this player that we had in our team today? He was quite an interesting one. Quite an interesting lad. Yeah, you saw the clips from earlier of him running into me, taking the ball from me, throwing the ball out of play and stuff like that. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, even got the opposition trying to lob him with their heels. That's how you know that they weren't trying to take him serious. But we move. And then they won the break into the roof of the net. And I don't know. Sometimes, like, you even see me over there just kicking a ball of frustration because what even is this? And you think that was bad. Look at this. Yeah, at that moment, you even saw my reaction there. I was just well and truly done. But yeah, my friends, that takes care of that. This was a fun video to do. I'll definitely do something like this again. I got another video lined up, so stay tuned for that. But until then, stay safe, keep on working hard, keep on believing, and yeah, see you soon. God bless.